Looking through my phone, messages that I know I shouldn't send already.
Hey guys, this is Ava here today, and today I am dressed up in my Halloween costume about to go out. So can you guess what I am? That's right, I'm a Glossier store representative. So because I'm in this pink jumpsuit, we are going to do a full face of makeup only using Glossier products and just producing an everyday look like this. So this is basically the easiest Halloween costume ever because I do the makeup in the same way. I just throw on a pink cute chic jumpsuit. So without further ado, let's get glossy. So I actually don't really own that many skincare products from Glossier, even though my first ever purchase from them was the solution, which works great for me. But so I already did some of my other skincare, and I'm going to go in with the priming moisturizer. There's two versions of this moisturizer. This is the lighter version, and then there's another thicker balmy like texture. I personally like this better, but if you have dry skin, especially for the winter time, I think the other one would be better for you. It's very thin texture and really wears well under makeup. I don't think I would use this moisturizer at nighttime, but if you are going to wear makeup, this is perfect. This Glossier came out with this new Zit Stick, and I haven't been able to really test this out because I don't get zits, but funny that right before I started to film this video, I got the zit on my chin, and I can't even remember the last time I got a zit on my chin. So let's just test this out, and I can actually report back about how well this works. So it's just like a texture like this, and you kind of twist it out and a white texture comes out. Okay, let that sit for a little bit. And before anything, I love using lip balm before I do my makeup. So I'm going to go in with a cherry balm that has the most delicious cherry scent and comes out in a red tint like this. It looks a lot more tinted, but once you put it on the lips, it's not that tinted and just stays for a very long time. So this is one of my absolute favorites. Alright, so now that skincare is done, let's go in with our makeup. So Glossy is all about that dewy, glossy skin, just like the My Skin but better concept, and that is exactly the kind of philosophy that I go by. So I was very intrigued by their makeup to see how that would turn out, and I've been actually very impressed by a lot of their items. So this Perfecting Skin Tint is the definition of dewy skin. It's very lightweight in texture, so for those of you who want a stronger coverage, this is probably not going to be for you unless you want to layer it on. So I'm using the shade in Light. The texture itself is very, very watery. I'm just going to blend that in. We're going to be using a lot of hands today, guys. Because this is so watery, you just have to kind of glide it on your skin, and it goes on so well. Let's apply a little more. Still, it just gives all the coverage that I need for the whole day, for an everyday look, because I don't want my makeup to get cakey in any way. If you have any zits and stuff, this is not going to really cover it. If you have freckles, it's going to shine through. This is all about your natural skin just kind of shining through. So if you have any zits and stuff, this is not going to really cover it. If you have freckles, it's going to shine through. This is all about your natural skin just kind of shining through. Okay. Alright, so after that, we're going to go in with their Stretch Concealer. Because I thought it was going to be so lightweight, when I first put this on, I was actually very impressed by the coverage of this. A lot of people say this is not enough at all for their dark circles. I think it just gives a natural look and hides all the imperfections that I need to be hidden. A lot of times what I like to do is actually just go in with this concealer and apply it all across my face instead of the skin tint to give a little more coverage. The way I like to use this is actually just applying it across my entire face, but today I'm going to use both just to show you guys how it works. As you can see, both the skin tint and concealer combined will not cover up zits like this. I actually didn't even put a lot on, but if you have any imperfections, these will not be the full coverage ones that you want, but I actually, because I use a Zit Stick, I want that to work its magic instead of kind of kicking up with concealer. Okay guys, so the base is done now. I look like I have very, very dewy skin. It's shiny through. And I actually don't own the water powder from Glossier because first of all, I don't use that many powders, and I just love having that dewy skin just shine through and not powdering it up. So now on to eyes. So Glossier actually doesn't have any eyeshadows, which I guess makes sense because they're all about simplicity, and eyeshadows you need a lot more shades, but they do have Lidstar. So I'm going to be using this Cub shade and the Moon shade together today. Not really my favorite makeup items from Glossier because it does tend to crease and actually doesn't have that much color blended in, so you have to kind of layer it on. Maybe that's the whole point of it.
Already said we used to be a
Once again, I will be using my hands to blend all of this out.
We used to be a major chord. You were the third and I the fourth.
With that, I'm going to be using Moon, just give it some more highlight.
I the fourth. Stuck in this and that.
Alright, I'm just going to go in with one more layer of the Cub.
I love the punishment. I got you crying. I got you crying.
All with your hands. That's the easiest part. Okay. As I said, it really doesn't give that much color. That's why it's all part of the natural look. And throughout the day, it will crease just a little bit. So another thing that Glossy doesn't have is eyeliner. So I'm actually going to go in with my own eyeliner, and I will be back. Okay, so I come back with my eyeliner done, and next is the BOYBROW. This is a pretty late purchase of me actually because I don't really like doing brows, but it lasts a long time and it's such a great product. Especially good for people who don't really do their brows, and it's a good intro to brow concept, which is exactly like me. So you have to just like use it swiftly and upwards motions. I have this in shade dark brown.
I got you crying. I got you crying.
So we're so amazing. Alright, so next is the mascara, which is the Lash Slick. So I was skeptical of this when it first came out because I was like, how much of a difference can it make? And I will say this actually works really good at lengthening your lashes. It's not really for like volumizing or anything, so it's perfect for me. However, I don't think it really differentiates that much from other mascaras that I have been using, but for today's purpose, I'm going to go in with this and I'll show you guys. Okay, so I'm done applying the Lash Slick. As you can see, it pretty much did lengthen the length of my lashes. Okay, then next is my favorite part, which is their cloud paints. This is the reason I fell in love with Glossier in the first place. I have all of their shades, I think almost, but I'm going to be going in with some Beam. Let me show you what the color shade looks like. So Beam is in this texture and it just blends in really well. It's a beautiful coral pinkish color. Another color that I've been using, this is great for the fall, is Dawn. It's a orangey texture. Look at that, it's very, very pigmented. I love using both of them, and I actually do kind of enjoy mixing them. Always mix it in your hands first. So it's very pigmented, I'm telling you. Very pigmented. You really don't need all of this at all. So what I like doing is putting this on my cheeks with my fingers first, and then going in with a foundation brush like this. And I've showed this in another Get Ready With Me, but just kind of go with this in upward motions like this. Up and down, up and down, up and down motions. You really have to be like strong and like fast at doing this.
And I'm wishing that you would stay. Could you love me one more day, like yesterday? And I'm looking inside your brain.
This is a very light light layer on. If you want to put on more, you can obviously just layer it on. I still have this much left. So yeah, I actually don't really like it when it's like too strong. So this is perfect for me. And I was very surprised when I first put it on because I was like, oh my God, this is too much. But it just sinks in really easily. All right, next is the Haloscope. I have it in quartz. I also don't like rubbing it in my face because then I feel like it just moves on the foundation and stuff that I have. So once again, we are going to go in with our fingers.
You would stay. Could you love me one more day?
There's a little bit of a shimmer. That's all you need. This is honestly not my favorite Glossier product either, because I usually just like using a highlighter pots and just swiping it with a brush instead of just having to go in with my hand. But this kind of reminds me of the RMS because it's very lightweight and you also do it in the same motions. So now that the highlighter is on, let's just finish off with some lip gloss. This is one of my favorites at Glossier. Just gives like that little glossy look that matches dewy skin. It's great. I also just like using my hands for this as well. I'm telling you, everything today is hands. Alright guys, so that was it for my makeup look with all Glossier products. And lastly, we're just going to go in with the Glossier U. I mean, this formula is perfect. I have it in the bottle and this carry around everywhere. So actually, like, this was actually formulated by the best noses in the industry. Emily Weiss actually worked with the people at Le Labo to create a fragrance that, you know, was true to its initial smell and doesn't die out or dry out in any way. So this is really, really, really perfect for layering on or just like the initial base of scent. It's perfect. Oh, okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed my video today, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe below and hit that like button, and until then, I will see you soon.